Well, today we're at Arenas Negras. We're here so that we've got some shade from the sunshine. But as you can see, when we got here, it was raining. So the shade really doesn't matter much. Not many people about. I quickly put a walk together this morning because I thought it was going to be a problem finding somewhere in the shade. So I put a new walk together up here, a couple of hours. So we'll see how it goes. The start of this walk is always a problem. The track is up there, but it's a long way around to it. This isn't the actual path, but it is used by lots of people to get there. But it's a bit of a climb to get out of the car park. Well, after that hard climb, we're on the actual path. You can either take the track or the path. I'm walking the path today. It's pleasant, and the colour of the landscape is very different to normal. The pine needles are red this morning instead of yellow. And of course, things like these and the different kinds of moss that's growing are all very bright this morning. Looks as though the sun may come out. It's not often I start a walk in the rain, but it's got to be a bit different today. We're approaching the back of Arenas Negra, which is obviously why the park is here. Arenas Negra is for people to come and walk round the volcano. We'll just walk past it straight on and further up the mountain. It's a new walk, about 6 kilometres, not very far, but good exercise. Jane commented about the colour of the lava as you came past the lava field. It's the covering is more greener. The side of the road, it's actually white, and I suppose it's halfway between that and what it is on further up the mountain. But it's all the colours are very different this morning. The rocks are different, and we're now coming to the back of Arenas Negra. As you can see, we're into the dust ash field of Arenas Negra, which is somewhere in front of us. You'll not see it because of the mist. I showed you some of this kind of thing on the last walk, but you can see here and the kind of day we've got, why they get all this growing on these trees. That's a real beautiful green colour. This morning's walk is down for an hour and 40 minutes, but that's normal. That will mean probably an hour uphill and then 3/4 of an hour back down, rather than an even split. But the first hour is all uphill, as you can hear, no doubt. I'm coming up to the turn off at the top of this path. I'm doing a loop round a piece that I haven't done before, so we'll be finding out some new walk. Some of the paths are quite interesting little bits in like, this little climb amongst the rocks. We must be within about 100 metres now of my turn off onto the loop, and we're approaching where this path crosses the track. I shall be walking back down this way. You still can't see Arenas Negra, which is only 100 metres to our right, but there's not much chance of seeing that this morning. And here we are, joining the path and track. Now, there's obviously that, as far as I know, is my return track, and I suspect that one that says don't go this way is the track I'm going to walk on to get to the top of it. We'll see in a while. The route wasn't down to the right, it was straight across, and I just passed where the loop starts. Now I'm on one side of it, the other side is down there somewhere, but that's a lava field, so it will be interesting to see what happens on the way back. But for the time being, we're on a nice path. Now it's difficult to see it. It's a different colour. Lots of small new pines growing here. And these are flowers coming up for next year. They'll flower in the summer. Oh, there we might see the yellow. There you are, the orange patches on the rock. I'm not sure what that is. I don't think I've walked this path before. This is a edge of a lava field, quite large. And again, the trees covered in the moss and stuff that the cloud brings in. But still quite an amazing view. This is definitely a new route. I've not walked this before. These are all new areas I'm walking through. In front of me now is a climb up over a lava field by the looks of it, although it may go around the side of it. But it's getting warm. I'm wearing a coat this morning just because I thought it might rain, but now it's getting a bit warm. Yeah, we've now got a lava field on both sides. You've got, I'll show you when I get to the top of this bit. A lava field growing on that side and also on that side. So we're now into the lava field. Perhaps it's the one I got lost in last time I was up here. It looks as though I'm climbing up onto the lava field here. I've used my stick of it. I think I'm going to have to switch this off, it's a bit too dangerous to video. Well, I'm now up and on top and through the edge of the first lava field, but this looks like one of the lava flows rather than anything else. Where this one comes from, I don't know. It does seem to be a path over the other side there, so maybe it goes around there. I'll see in a while. as I thought. The path does go around, but there's quite a large amount of lava here. This whole path cut through the lava field. It's definitely somewhere I've never walked before, and it's quite interesting. And we're going to go up onto the top of the lava field. The path now goes around there and up to the top. So it's obviously a well-known path and marked in the books. So, and I suppose from the fact that there is a path here that's maintained shows it's used quite a lot. I presume it must be on the way to Chinchero. That's the general direction this way, to the bottom of the Chinchero lava fields. Well, as I thought, we were getting close to Chinchero, 400 metres away. The other way, down to the right, is 4 kilometres to San Jose de Llanos, but my route takes me to on the Chinchero path, so I'm hoping I've got this right. Well, I am on the correct route going to Chinchero, so we'll see that in that direction shortly. But interesting rock lava formations that have come out of the volcano. Well, you wouldn't believe how I've got a bit of sunshine on the path as we approach the top of the walk. Of course, we're getting higher, and I've climbed above the cloud, as one does when you go to Chinchero itself. So it'll maybe be dry for a while. Interestingly, there's not as much water up here either. There are notice boards ahead of us, so I presume we're coming up to the turn up onto the Chinchero circular route. However, I'm going back down from there rather than up round Chinchero. So if that's the case, I'm at the top of my walk and it's time for a drink. Well, there we are. Circular Chinchero route. The route I've come up is from Arenas Negra, which I know. I don't want to go on the circular route. I presume I'm going down there where nobody else goes, where it's got a cross on. But I'm going to have a look at my GPS first and then perhaps have a drink. I decided to leave my my coat on. The sun did come out for a while, but it's gone back in, the clouds come back, and there's a wind blowing, so the temperature's dropping again. So I will now zip it back up again. Well, I'm now walking steadily downhill, quite pleasant. It would be pleasant when these are in flower. The flowers are all dead, but it would be rather nice. Oh, we've got a gate in front of us. That's interesting. And it's corresponding to the track. Oh, I need to check my GPS to see where I am. Oh, hunting dog area, it says there. So let's see where we are for a minute. There were 3 options back there. The first one I took, which looked like the main one, was wrong. This one, according to where I am on my GPS, is the correct one. And the other one was supposedly a path going further back across the other way. But it's very similar to where I got lost last time. I was up a bit further higher last time. But this isn't walked at at all by the looks of it. It's no signs of anybody else walking. This is quite different. There are no new vehicle tracks, and as I said, not much in the way of anybody having walked it, so it's quite virgin, this, and very attractive. It must have been made for some reason, but not been used for a while. But we will just keep going. Interesting sight, video of the hunting dogs. They say come here in summer. This is a hunting region. Big game, no doubt. There are areas where this is difficult to follow. I'm now at a place where, as you can see, I've just come down that path. I can't believe it goes up that on that slope or down there. My suspicion is that way. So I will go so far and then check the GPS. This part of the walk definitely needs a GPS in your hand at all times. I can just about see where either some person or some horse has been, but in parts it's virtually impossible to follow by looking at tracks, and you need a GPS. So I'll stop filming for a while and try and find out where I'm going. As you can see, this is difficult. Where does the path go? But GPS, it says it turns sharp left, so I'm going to go down there and see where that leads. Well, I had to go across. I managed to find this small woodland path, and strange to say, there's a cairn. So someone else has been down this way. But really is very different, and you're not going to be upset by a lot of other people walking this way. According to the GPS, I'm about 100 to 200 metres from the end of the loop I walked. So we'll be back on well-marked paths. Probably a good thing because it's now starting to spit with quite heavy rain, and I may have to go into waterproofs. But it is very pleasant, this walk. Another cairn left by some other walkers. We're now probably 50 metres from the end of this loop, and going downhill fairly steeply now. Very pleasant. Plants on the side. But it's been a very interesting little loop, that. It's well worth walking. It's one to put on the list, Gainer. This last bit that I've just been down has been a bit of a challenge. I wouldn't advise anybody to walk it without a GPS and a good app on their phone. We get quite lost in there and walk around in circles. But with the GPS it's fine, and we're now at the end of the loop and joining the main path back to Arenas Negras. Well, that's the end of the loop. You wouldn't have, I didn't realise it when we went that was the return path from this loop. We went up that one, came back down there. This is the way back to Arenas Negras. So now it's back to the bus. Still a reasonable distance to walk, but all very straightforward now, all on a path. Well, someone over there in the mist is Arenas Negra. I don't think we're going to see it today. It's now getting quite warm compared to what it was further up the track. But lots of water blowing off the trees. It's been quite gusty, and I've got water falling on my camera. The walking is fairly easy now. It's downhill on a well-tended path. It's not raining. It's pleasantly warm. 20 degrees probably, which is okay for walking. And let's see, Arenas Negra is up there. You're not going to see that. But the trees are, as usual, really attractive. They don't get very attractive in the wet weather. We have the hanging, oops, the water just dropped on me, hanging moss off them, all very different. Now we're about 500 metres from the end now, all downhill. The walk is just under 6 kilometres with a climb of about 180 metres, so yeah, it's quite nice. It would be possible to add another couple of kilometres onto that. I shall finish in probably an hour and a half, so possibly 2 kilometres, maybe a bit long, but I'll have a look at the maps and maybe I'll do it again with a bit of an extension on it. Well, here we are, back in Arenas Negras, and as you can see from the water on the tables, it has been raining quite a lot, on and off, but it's not been bad this morning, and in actual fact it's been a very pleasant walk. I think I shall have finished in an hour and a half, so adding another couple of kilometres on, if I can find how to do that, would make it a 2-hour walk, and it would be a very nice walk. There we are. There we are. The minibus, as I say, on my watch. An hour and 25 minutes. So it's been quite a good walk this morning.